everybody. Welcome to a very special episode of Kayla Makes It. And I'm going to show you all of my projects that I've started and not finished. And then we can decide together, mostly me, because I know my work ethic. We'll decide if I'm going to finish it or frog it. This is not a novel idea. There are a lot of people out there making these videos, and it has inspired me to get a hold of all the works in progress that I have. And I have several, and I really don't even know the final number, but I feel like I can kind of think about it in my head without writing it down, which projects I have. And I already have a couple in mind that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna frog. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. That's Henry. Henry. He loves my craft room. He loves this chair. If I'm not sitting in it, he's sitting in it. Also, if I'm sitting in it, he's also sitting in it. Okay, so we will start with my first one that I'm actively working on. There'll be several that are really, really old that have been in hibernation for a really long time. This one, though, is a recent cast on or hook on. I don't know. What do you call it for crochet? I still don't know. But I'm testing. I'm one of the testers for the Sun-Kissed vest by Pete Crochet. Melanie of Pete Crochet is the designer. And we're not quite to the deadline yet, so I am still working on it. And I am using the hand-painted yarn from Hobby Lobby. It is fingering weight. One looks really thin and one looks like much plumper. Must be how it wound up. Henry, what are you doing? Henry. He's always getting into stuff. But anyway, so I'm holding this double, and this is the fabric that I'm getting, and I'm loving it so far. I had to do these panels, like, I think I did each one like 10 times, I kid you not. I don't know why I kept messing up, and it wasn't the pattern. Like, the pattern is absolutely fine, like her patterns are amazing, but I kept messing it up so terribly. But I'm really excited about it. Now I'm working on a few more increases and then adding some length before I move down to the bottom. I'm really excited about the bottom of this vest, and then adding some, adding the edging and everything to give it that finished look. For mine, for this, I'm using a 5mm clover crochet hook. And I've had this on pause for a little bit because I'm in the middle of finals. I just finished a paper. It's not due till tomorrow at midnight, and I finished it a couple hours ago. So now I'm gonna use this extra time. I will use part of it to get a head start on my other paper that's due this next week. But I will also be working on this. And I have this in, it's actually a makeup bag from Target. I forget the brand. It's Sonia Kashuk. I don't know how to pronounce that. Maybe you can, oop, no, dropped it. You can see it. And it's one of those like lay flats, which I like for this project because I just hang out here in this room. I don't really take it with me because I want to concentrate on the pattern and be able to provide feedback and stuff to the designer. So I like that this lays flat and I can just work out of it here. I do have a strap on it, mostly just because I hang it back here when I'm not using it. And the straps, these pieces, oops, go where the camera is, Kayla. These pieces, not the middle part, but this part was already on here. And it came with this handle. And then my mom gave me a purse strap. And so I just hooked that on there. and it works wonderfully for this. So I will keep this handy. This is like literally the next thing that I'm going to be working on regularly because I got to get that done. I have a deadline for that one. Everything else I don't really have a deadline for. I will go to this one next because I haven't worked on it for about a week, but I would like to get this one done pretty quickly. I say I don't have a deadline, and that's because I missed the deadline on this one. This was for my granddaughter's first birthday back in February, and I was not close to finishing it, and then some stuff came up with school, and I just couldn't get it knocked out. But I just have this in a Vera Bradley tote. My stuff's falling. I have it in a Vera Bradley tote. I added a zipper to this tote. Is normally just one that just kind of stays open. But I added a zipper. I have a cute little zipper pull on here, and it's a little puppy holding yarn. And that was like a Joanne Fabrics big twist keychain. I also added this thing on the back. Don't judge my sewing skills, but I added this so I could take it with me and connect it to my luggage. So like my luggage handle, this just slides over it because this was my carry-on. Okay, when it's not my carry-on, it's a big project bag. And so I am using, I don't know why I don't have the ball band with me. Do I? I do. This one is Yarn Bee Ethereal Eyelash, and if you've seen another video, you've seen where my cat has attacked this. Surprisingly, not the yarn, just this. And this is Dusty Rose. They've had this for a while, and I have a ton of it because I was going to make another. I was actually starting another project first, and then I started using it for this because my granddaughter loves soft blankets, and this is such soft yarn that I wanted to make her a blanket out of this. And I'm not using a pattern, I'm just doing half double crochets, and I can't remember I really can't remember how many stitches that I put on this, but it's getting larger. I think I want to at least double this size and make it more of a square. I think the last time I showed it on the video podcast, I was where this is, and this is the same on this side. And so I've done this much, and when I'm not feeling like working on that one, then I need to knock this out and send that to her. But I wanted to go ahead and make it a little bit on the bigger side, which it'll be probably twice as big as she is, but it can hopefully go on a toddler bed, or she can just cuddle up with it anywhere. That one. Another one that I want to go ahead and address right now because it's made out of the same yarn, and forgive me, it's in a plastic bag, so it's gonna be loud. Okay, I'm just pulling this all out. Okay, again, made out of the same yarn. I don't know how it got into such a mess. I need to re-roll these into a ball. It's so funny how it like undid. I don't know how that happened. That's interesting. It looks like a mop. Anyway, I was making, oh, I forget what it's called. I'll put it up here on the screen, and I'll try to take a snapshot of the pattern because I think the pattern would be so cute. This is one that I had already decided I wanted a frog, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, I want that. So it's gonna be like a cropped sweater. I don't know if this is the back or the front panel, I can't remember, but I've already done the bottom part, the bottom waistband, and I need to do the back or front panel and then add on sleeves. But I don't know, like this part is feeling way too big for this part. Like this, I mean, I guess it probably will fit me. There for a second I was thinking it was going to be too small, but I think it might fit me actually. Oh man, doesn't this look cozy? I just don't know though, because like my sleeves, they're gonna, look at that. Like that's a sleeve in itself. Like what the heck? Look how long that is. So like going that way, to get it to fit around my waist, I had to like go out so far. I don't know. I'm just not crazy about it. But let me tell you, I need to do something because I have so much of this yarn. Like, I was afraid. I don't know if at one point I thought that they were discontinuing it, and I was like, I'm in the middle of this project and I'm not gonna have enough yarn. So I bought a whole bunch of it, and I don't think I realized how much of it I bought. So if I don't make this, maybe I can make like a, ooh, what if I made myself a dress out of it? I have enough yarn, I could do that. But I also feel like this is not a great color on me, so why would I spend time making a garment? I don't know. I could make my grandbaby a matching pillow, maybe. I'm not really sure. Or maybe I could seam this up right here and make myself a skirt. Ooh, that could be cool, huh? Because look, it's attached here. I could sew that up. And then it would, or I could make myself some bloomers. Okay, I've got options. But I don't think that I'm going to finish this. Ooh, if I do this now like this, or maybe even make it just a tiny bit bigger, I could make a skirt for my daughter. That would actually be really cute. And then I could, if it's not too, like I have a little bit of extra here where I could like tie that off, and then there could be like a cute little side slit on either side. I could do it on both sides or just one side. And then, because that's a nice little waistband, isn't it? And that would fit her. Yes. I might do that if she likes it. Because how cute is that? That'd be a cute little skirt. Okay. So there's definitely options. Where are you going, Henry? Don't steal my yarn. Okay, so I just got this bag at Dollar General. I was gonna make a large bag, and then I saw this and I thought, oh, that's fun. And it's got a zipper, which I like zippers. Some people don't like zippers because it gets caught in the yarn, but I'm risky. I like to take chances. Quit knocking my camera. So I use bags with zippers. I'm gonna roll this yarn at another time, and I guess I'm not gonna frog this one yet. Let me know what you think I should do with that though. I think that's such a, like I feel like there's so many options now that I could do with what I've already made. So let me know what you would do. I'm leaning towards the skirt for my daughter if she is into it. I think that would be so cute. And she's been really into like dresses and girly stuff lately. So that, she might like that. I don't know. Okay, so that's gonna go in that new bag. Oh, and for this, I thought this is cute. Maybe I could add some patches or do like some applique or something. I'm not really sure yet, but I feel like it could use a little something. Get creative. Okay, so let's switch gears momentarily. I want to show you the one and only cross stitch that I've really ever worked on in my life, and I've not gotten very far at all. And I forget the name of it, so I will try to enter the name up there on the screen for you. The actual thing is huge and has a lot of cats, like lots of cats, and I think about this all the time. Like, I haven't picked this up in like 2 years, but I actually think about it all the time. Like, man, I want to work on my cross stitch, and I never do because I always end up picking up something else. So I'm not frogging this, although I'm not sure how you'd frog it. But I'm gonna set it aside somewhere here. I was committed enough that I ordered this on Etsy. Isn't that cute? And I don't know who this Little Jamie on Etsy, and it came with a little zipper pull on there too. And the back is really pretty floral. The inside is polka dots, and it's little patchwork of cute little vintage retro like baby fabric. I think it's so cute. And this is from Dollar Tree. It's a steering wheel cover, but I put that on there to kind of hold things in place. But this is what I need to work on, but I'm not efficient. Like, I feel like I have to think too much when I do this. But anyway, I'm not frogging it, if that was even an option. But I am going to put it closer to me where I do all my projects so that I might be able to work on it and actually make some progress. Okay, I'm at 17 minutes and I've gone over, what, 3 things? I need to get busy. Real fast. Okay, so this is a work in progress. It will be on the screen because I can't remember the name of any of these things. And this pattern, I believe, oh, you know what? I think I printed the oh, elbow. Don't recommend hitting the funny button. It's not very funny. That yarn is fuzzy. Okay, so I've been printing my patterns 4 to a page, like 4 pages to 1 8.5 by 11 page. And laminating them. I have not laminated these, clearly. But these are some of the projects I know that I have that I need to have projects handy with. And I've been doing it this size and laminating it because I want to be able to access them wherever I'm at with it in the project bag. So it'll fit in the project bag without just folding up a piece of paper. Okay, so I actually know the name of this one. This is the Aurora Crochet Poncho Pattern, designed by Alice Terry. Her handle is at the Borough UK. Why can't I talk? And I did it in black and white to save color ink, but it's really, really pretty. And I'm not doing it exactly, hey sis, I'm not doing it exactly by the instructions for the colors that she used or recommends, I guess. I'm just taking this, I love this yarn in the color Make Noise for Turquoise, and I'm holding it with this rainbow yarn, which is Baby Bee Sweet Delight Prints Sprinkles, in the color, oh, Sprinkles, that's the name. And so those two held together using a 9mm hook. And this is just like an Amazon, I think I got this on Amazon. And when you hold it together, it looks like this. And so I have the beginning of it here. And now it's starting to grow. And I did not get it done before this last winter, so my goal will be to get this done before this coming winter, which it is the end of April. So I have some time, but I don't want to put it away somewhere and forget about it. Okay, so I'd actually bought this bag to put this project in, So I may end up moving it into that bag once I figure out what I'm doing with that potential skirt. And for now, it is in this Lotus. This is actually a vegetable bag, I think, like a produce bag. But I bought a bunch of them to put projects in because I like the mesh. It protects them and I can still kind of see what's in them. So this is not ideal, but it's okay for here because I don't normally take this anywhere. It's more one of those projects that will stay at home. What are you barking at, Odie? Okay, this is something that I really had no business starting because I have plenty of other projects, but I was getting ready to go to my daughter's track meet and I didn't have anything with me to work on, which was weird. I don't know why. But I picked up some yarn from Dollar Tree and I just started making some granny squares. And the ones that I started were using these 3 colors, and it's just this Premier Just Yarn worsted. And I would have to find the ball bands to let you know the exact colors of these. But I kind of wanted the darker orangey peach and the light peach, the light pink, and then this darker like orchid color. And then, which is called Ballet Slipper. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. And then I wanted to throw in another kind of contrast. And I love blue and orange together, so I thought these colors would be fun. And so I just started making granny squares, and I did them in various combinations. I think I got, yeah, these are all different. And I'm not sure what I'm gonna make. I've had a few suggestions from people to like make a top or a vest or like one of those tote purses. I'm not really sure what I want to make yet, but right now I'm just having fun making the squares, and then I will block them and maybe decide what I want to do after that. If I make enough, maybe I can make a cute skirt or shirt or something, but it's, I don't know. It's acrylic yarn. It's going to be really warm, even with the holes in it. In fact, that actually makes me warmer, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, I don't know. So right now, I just have all of the colors in a little tote. I'll probably just keep it in here and keep it down here by where I sit, and I can just grab it whenever I feel like working on something like that. Here is another project that I had no business starting. It is in my Granny Life bag that I got from Jillian Fabrics. And I recently got this pin at MacArthur Bookstore in Carmel, Indiana. It says indoorsy, isn't that fun? And then I got this in a yarn order from someone, I can't remember, years ago. And by years, I mean, it could have been last year, it could have been 10 years ago, I can't remember. But I'm doing vanilla socks, doing them, I'm using the Crazy Sock Lady pattern. That's what I've been using pretty much with any socks that I've made so far. And these are shorter. I didn't do a long cuff or a long leg. But I'm using this scrap yarn. I know there's a lot there, but it's actually scrap because I've made my daughter some fingerless gloves out of these. They were short, they were like that long, so there was a lot of yarn left. And this is from Hinkston Handmade, and I think the name is Pucker. I don't think it's Pucker Up. I think it's Pucker, like this, you know, it kind of reminds you of like sour candy. So I think it's called Pucker. And then I had some of this Down Heather Knit Pick Stroll Tweed that is left over from my brother's hat, that Bigfoot Yeti hat that I made him last year. And so I just started doing some fun little stripey things here. I do have a Ravelry project page for most of this stuff. If I don't, I will make sure I have it. And then I'm not gonna list everything out below, but I will link out to my Ravelry projects page so that you can look at anything there. And so I have notes on how many rows of what that I've used here. So I did the cuff, knit 2, purl 2, and then I did a little bit of gray, a little bit of this fun color, a little bit more gray, a little bit more fun color, and did all gray until I get down to the toe. I'm decreasing for the toe. I started these on Sunday. Today is Saturday, so this is actually the fastest I've ever made something, which is funny because I've been working on my paper, and so I don't even know where I found time to work on this, but yeah, doing the toe in the colorful part, so a neat little different combination here. I did a heel flap, gusset, and 60 rounds before changing to the toe. And my back hurts. Yeah, so I'm hoping to finish this today and then go ahead and cast on the other one because I don't like to let them sit without casting on that second sock. And I've not really had issues getting the second sock done on most things. Do we have any frogs? I don't think we do. This is a cute little baby bonnet that I am making for a friend at work. I'll put the pattern up because I can't remember, and I'm going to add a couple of little ties here. I think I'm going to do, I might do an I-cord, I'm not certain. And then I'm trying to decide if I want to put an edging on this or keep it kind of raw. I think I like how it has the texture at the edge. I think it's so pretty. And the yarn is, I believe it's I Love This Cotton in Periwinkle. I love Periwinkle. And I think, I haven't done an accurate color analysis, but I think Periwinkle was one of my colors. What do you think? Is it my color? I hope so, because I love it. So I need to finish that and get that delivered to her at work before it doesn't fit her baby anymore. So I'm actually going to keep that out and not put it in my little Washington, D.C. bag. That way something else can go in there and I can keep this where I can see it. Okay, I'm counting this as a whip because it needs to be a whip. I've not cast it on yet. I did order these Addy unicorn rocket. I don't know how to pronounce that, but someone else had tried these and they said that they liked them pretty well, and I wanted to try them, so I ordered them a while ago and was going to start using them for this next pair of socks. And it has a pink cord, and these have like spiraling. I don't know how I'll like that, but I really wanted to try them. And I've not used anything for socks besides Chalgu, and I wanted to see if I like these. So, but this is going to be a pair of socks for my husband. This is Emma's yarn from the Crazy Beautiful, no it's not. It is Crazy Beautiful sock yarn, but I was thinking it was from the monthly subscription, but it's not. I bought this separately. But I did get this at a local yarn shop in Zionsville, Indiana, I believe. Zionsville, Indiana. I'm blanking on the name of the shop, but they have lots of great yarn. And so if you're not familiar with Emma's yarn, it is the Practically Perfect sock base, 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon, 400 yards and 100 grams. And I don't know if I said this already, but the name of it is called Yarn Husband. So it only seems appropriate that I make my husband a pair of socks out of this yarn. So I showed it to him and he liked the color, and I think it's really like masculine. I think it'll be great. And I do have a pattern in mind for it. I don't have it printed because I just purchased it last night. and I'm very excited about it. So let me see if I can pull it up here real quick. It should be in my library. I just bought it. Yes, the Oh Hello Sock pattern by Knit On Designs. And this is what the pattern looks like. I think those will look very nice in this yarn for my husband. And I have it in a bag that he gave me. He loves, we both do, but he loves and collects Boston Scally caps. And he ordered the Bundy, and it came in this bag. So that's fantastic. So obviously makes the perfect project bag, and definitely makes the perfect project bag for me to work on a gift for my husband. Love it. And so I have been wanting to get these started, and I really wanted to get them started when I started those other gray and the pucker yarn. When I started those, but I was like, I really want to get us something started right away, and I didn't want to wind yarn. And for some reason I thought that I still had to wind that yarn, that it was still in the hank form. And then I realized I had wound that yarn a long time ago. So I will probably get the second sock of this other one started, just so I don't get stuck with just only having one sock. And then I will cast that on and start his socks. So I'm really excited about that. And that will be my first sock pattern outside of vanilla socks. So I'm really excited to do different stitches in socks. So this is in a bag that I made. I pretty much use it all the time. So if you've watched any of my videos, you've probably seen it. And currently I am working on a tube scarf. It will not be opening and going on me. It's just double layered. It's so long. But I'm just using a few of my favorite colorways. This isn't scraps, although I've seen this made as scraps, which looks fabulous. But I am just using several big things of yarn, and I'm gonna have plenty, and it's gonna look like this all the way down with different random sections, and I love the way it's turning out so far. I'm not very comfortable, so I'm gonna adjust. Okay, getting up close and personal now. But I am just loving this. I have this on, what's my size? These are Chalgu Red Lace size 3.25 millimeter. And I just switched out my stitch stoppers, needle stoppers. For these, it says one mental breakdown later. So the funny thing about this is I was at work, and I work in a hospital. Quit, Effie. She likes to chew on plastic bags. She's so strange. Effie, quit. I don't think she actually like consumes them. I think she just likes to chew on them. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I work in a hospital, and we have a craft vendor fair thing in one part of the hospital a couple times a year. And I visited one of the booths, and a lady was doing like make your own keychains and make your own wristlets kind of thing. And she had a bunch of silicone beads with a bunch of these types of things for pens and stuff like that, you know, if you've seen them before. And I was like, I got a keychain, and I'm like, I know you're not selling them in this way, but how much would you charge me for these two? Because I really wanted them. I hadn't even started this yet, so this was completely separate. I just really wanted them. I think they're so funny. They remind me of SpongeBob, which I think that was probably the point. And I love SpongeBob. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna get a little SpongeBob and put him right there in my window. What do you think? Or have a little bed. That'd be funny to put SpongeBob on the bed. And by little bed, I mean like it's little. It's a dollhouse bed in my window. Okay, back to the scarf. So I am using a couple of things that I got recently as in last year. I ordered these from Sock Obsessions Yarns. I believe she's out of Vegas. And I can't remember all the names. This one I believe is Scattered. So here's the tag. I forget what this one is called. I don't think I have the ball band. I think it fell out of my bag in the car and I have it stuck in my middle thing. So I need to go grab that. But I thought that these coordinated well, so I purchased them together. And let's see. Okay, obviously the orange ones, you can kind of tell which one that is, right? And then this one is these sections. And then I wanted to add in something else for a bit more variety, but also wanted them to go well. And since they both have purple in it, and this one had dark grays and this had just bits of gray, I thought this would be perfect. And this is from Deep Stash, I think like 13 or 14 years ago. And it is a Humble Acres yarn. And this was just a mystery hank. I just ordered a mystery hank off Etsy, off their Etsy shop. And so it doesn't have an actual name, but it's beautiful and I think it goes so well with this. And then in between those main colors, I put a little pop of hot pink. And this is Coats & Company Fuchsia. And it's just a little mini skein, 20-gram mini skein. My mom actually got this at the Fiber Festival we went to last year, year before, can't remember exactly. And then she didn't use it and she gave it to me and I'm like, hot pink yarn, oh my gosh, I love it. And so I started using it in this and I love it. It feels good on this. I wasn't sure if I'd have enough and I didn't want to wait to see because I was kind of on a roll with it and I still have a ways to go. But I ordered a full 100-gram hank of this yarn. So when I run out of that, if I run out of it, then I've got more. And then I'm like, oh darn, I have so much more of that hot pink. Isn't that terrible? I hate hot pink. Look at that. I hate it. Can't stand hot pink. It's actually my favorite. Can't stand hot pink. Okay, so that is that one. Oh, and this one I added a couple of pins on. So a yarn market is in Carmel, Indiana, and that is one of the stores I've been going to a couple of times recently. I went for the second time last weekend to get more yarn for this other project that I'm going to be working on, and I'll tell you more about that in a different regular podcast episode when I talk about what I'm going to be casting on. And since I'm a pattern tester, I have a little pattern tester button, and so I like those little buttons on the handle there. Okay, all these so far I'm not frogging, but I think I have good plans for them and they seem doable, right? That one that I just showed you, it'll probably be a while, and it's mindless knitting, so I like to take it places. And I've actually gotten further on it than I expected because it's fun to pick up and I just knit everywhere I go. Okay, so this one, I don't know if I've shown this yet. It is a massive bag. Like, I could fit my child in here. And she's gonna be 14. But this is a pattern test. I haven't blocked it. I don't know, I wasn't going to. But now I feel like I might need to just to kind of straighten out these seams where I sewed it together. But this is the Retro Wave Tote. And I'll have to put information on the screen because I can't remember the designer's name. But this was a pattern test. And I'm a loose crocheter, so I think mine ended up pretty big. My daughter's going to use it to put blanket and pillow in like for overnight stays and stuff. So she'll use it. I'm gonna line it so it'll have a fabric lining, and then I bought a zipper, which is a lot like the zipper I put on this Vera Bradley bag. So if you see, this one is black and rainbow, but the one I got for that is white with the rainbow, and so I think that'll look really nice. Okay. Oh, here's the zipper right here in the bag. So I think that will be fun. I think it'll go well. And the inside fabric, my daughter picked some out, and it's loud, which I love. And so that will be a fun little surprise when you open up the tote bag and see some crazy, crazy fabric. And the fabric actually seems to coordinate, but it's not in pastel colors, but it's like every color that's in the bag, but a more saturated and not pastel color. And so I just have this in a bag that I got from Eat Sleep Knit, which is a local yarn shop in, I believe, Dallas, Georgia. This one is just in a random, I think this is like a makeup travel toiletry bag. But I just have the hat that I finished a long time ago. My daughter's been wearing it, but it just doesn't have the right fit for her. It's stretched out terribly. So the stretched out part is not that bad. It wouldn't be that bad if it wasn't so short. So what I'm going to do is go back to before here, before the brim, and then, yeah, I may add some decreases. I don't know. Or I may just go down a needle size as I extend it. And so once I extend it, she'll probably get more of a slouchy look from it, but it will definitely cover her ears, because when she folds it up, it doesn't cover her ears real well. And see how it just kind of wants to fall off. With this, it's a little heavy. So I'm going to rework this a little bit, and then hopefully it will work for her. So it's finished, but it's going back into unfinished state. And I'd like to get that done. Well, I'm kind of over this project because I finished it. So I'm like, oh, yay, finished object. I'm done with you. Moving on to something fun and exciting. But no, now I have to go back to this one, which I love the color, so it's not terrible. But I don't have to do it right this second because it's the end of April and I've got some time before it gets cold again here in Indiana. But if we're talking about working on her poncho or working on the hat, she definitely wants the poncho. She has other hats. She definitely wants the poncho. So if I can get both done, that's ideal. Especially ideal if I can do it while she's still into color. Hopefully she'll always be into color, but you never know. But I think the poncho is the priority. And then I can move on to finish fixing the hat. This isn't even started, but I guess I'll call it a whip because I need to get this done right now. I have one last gift to make for my coworkers. So like 2 years ago, it's been a while. 2 years ago, I put little coupons in their birthday boxes at work so that they could cash in this coupon to get something handmade by me. So I've made hats and scarves and kitchen towels and dishcloths and stuff like that. Well, no one wanted an amigurumi except for my friend Kay. And she wants a little cow. She loves Highland cows. Cows. She loves Highland cows. So I'm going to be working on this sleeping Highland cow. The designer is Flower Safari. And isn't that just the cutest thing? Of course, I printed it in black and white. But I did already pick out the yarn. I had lots of this from another... I made a vest once out of this, so I had some of that left over and it'll be plenty for this. And then I have these two other colors, so I need to do that. It really probably won't take me long. I just know it's going to require me sitting and staring at a pattern for a while, and I just haven't been motivated to do that. And this I'm holding in just another like toiletry bag thing that my mom gave me, and it's a 31. Still no frogs. This one might be a frog though. Okay, so this is in a little, I don't even know, it's like a little cooler bag. It's a Vera Bradley cooler bag. And I started this as a hat for a coworker, and it just was not working out. It was way too small. It was really my first attempt at like a fingering weight hat. I don't know, it just didn't work out. So right now I currently have just some yarn in it holding it in place where I can pick it up later, because I don't even know what size of knitting needles I was using. And you know, I don't think I have a Ravelry project page for this, but that's okay because I think I am going to frog this, because as I look at this, I would really like this in socks. I would much prefer this in socks, or even as accent in like a striped sweater or something. And I forget what kind of yarn this is too, but it is like a wool nylon, hand-painted, hand-dyed yarn. Yeah, so I will frog this one. And I have a cute little stitch marker. Little butterfly. I love my stitch markers. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I got one frog. Oh, I really want to frog this, but I won't because my daughter wants it. And I have it in another one of these produce bags. And I also had to steal the needles for this one, so I have it on stitch holder here. I'm doing the Musselburgh hat. It's my first one. And I really I think I just need to order another pair of needles this size, because this will probably take me a while, and the other ones are in my orange and pink and purple, you know, with the hot pink stripes, the scarf. That's what I'm using those needles for. So I think I'm just going to order another set so I can continue to work on this, because this is a winter thing and I don't want to not have it ready by this winter. I mean, I don't want it to last another year, you know what I'm saying? So this has been my first attempt at this. I need to tighten that. You might want to know the yarn, huh? This is Vesper sock yarn from Knitterly Things. It's the classic sock base. 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. And it's the colorway True Colors. I got this at the Hoosier Hills Fiber Festival, not this past year, but the year before. And I bought it from the, I think they're called the Yarn Adventure truck. They sell yarn out of their truck. It's cool. And that was one that was on there. So I need to work on that. I think I need to put it in a different bag too, like an exciting fun bag that I can take with me places, because that'll be a good project to take places. Okay, I really want to work on this one. Really, really, really. But I put it down because my cat made me mad. So this was my birthday cast on from like 2 years ago. And I was super pumped, excited about this. And then the darn cat got a hold of it and snagged part of my color work, the boucle yarn that I'm using. And now it looks like that. And I don't know if I can fix it. Honestly, I don't think I can, because I don't know how I would. So I may just have to pull back. But this is a sweater pattern by Andrea Mowry. It is, I forget what it's called. I'll put it on the screen. And I am using Swish DK from Knit Picks in the color Serene. Is this my color? I hope it's my color, because I'm about to put some effort into this sweater. I've never knit a sweater before, and I am doing the color work in this yarn from Super Glow Fiber in the Boucle Bliss base in the color Luna Moth. And it's a DK weight. All these are DK weight. This is 100% superwash merino, where this swish I believe is, oh, it also is 100% superwash merino. Okay, my battery is going down. I don't have much left. So I'm gonna wrap this up. I have a couple other things to show. I think I have 2 more things. This isn't too bad, right? Is it too bad? I feel like it's doable. Might take me a year to get through all this, but as long as I don't cast anything new on, anything new outside of what I said here that I'm gonna do. Okay, this is my Barbie blanket. I've made myself a Barbie themed tote. And so my Barbie blanket is just Barbie colors. I'm using a 5mm hook, clover hook. I love those. And I am making, out of this A Year of Afghans book, this one. And it's called the Victorian Summer. And I probably will not do the outside border. I just am using the main stitch pattern. And I did half of it. Let's see here. Okay, so I started with this one and I worked my way this way. And then once I finished here, I picked up and I'm working the colors back the opposite direction. And so I just have this much more to go over here. And then I'm going to start crocheting around the edge. And this is a blanket for me because I'm selfish. But I love Barbie and I'm obsessed with pink. So most of the yarn I'm using is I Love This Yarn. If you're interested in specific colors, let me know. I'll let you know what they are. Otherwise, I'm not putting every single color on there, but I do have some big twist in there as well. Like this one, and the other one, I think the really hot pink is the big twist neon pink. And the last time I showed it, I was right here, I think. And I got this little Barbie figurine from Dollar Tree and cut the base off of her and then added a little ring and a lobster claw hook thing, I guess, so that I could use it as a progress keeper. I'll put all this back in here so I don't lose it. Okay, in this one I've been working on in the evenings when we do Bible reading as a family. We listen to the Bible on audio, and we're going through the whole Bible over 2 years with the rest of our church, and we are currently in Numbers. But I make quite a bit of progress pulling that out during that time because it's mindless. I can actually concentrate better on what I'm hearing, and I'm making progress, so that's cool. Okay, the other thing is just in another tote, and it is a bunch of granny squares right now that I'm not using a pattern for. Bits and pieces of it might be a pattern because I'm going to create some applique mushrooms. So I call this my mushroom granny cardigan. And so I've created several of like the just kind of the regular crochet grannies in this really pretty like brown color, and it's Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek in the color Tobacco. I just think that color is really pretty. I don't think that's my color, but I think I'm gonna make this for my daughter if she'll wear it. And then I also have the green ones, so I was gonna alternate. Do we know what I'm saying? Do I know what I'm saying? Like that, right? And then on the bottom, so like the bottom row, then I want to sew on random little greenery and mushrooms. So I may do like crochet the applique and then put it on it and sew it on. Or I may just try to embroider directly on it. I don't know what will work best. I won't know until I get there. But I'm going to create the actual cardigan first and then add the details on top. And so I have this Big Twist cream. And then this Caron Simply Soft in Autumn Red to make some mushroom details. And they're not very organized in here, but I need to set these out. I did the math and I think that I have everything I need to put it together. I just need to block them and sew in the ends and sew them together and then see where we are. And I'm really excited about this too. I keep thinking about this one a lot, so I need to just do it. I haven't decided if I want to make the sleeves just granny stitch sleeves, or do the squares as well. So like I said, I'm not using a pattern, I'm just kind of putting it together. And again, another warm fall project that I would like to have ready by this winter, fall, winter. But also know in reality that I'm in school and that may not happen. And there are some summer projects that I would like to work on, but maybe I need to readjust things and work on those in preparation for next summer so that I get everything done now that I would like to be able to use or gift this winter. And then this winter I can work on things for the summer. And so next summer, I will have things available. Aside from this vest that I'm almost done with, I will at least have one thing that I can enjoy this summer. So that, I believe, is everything that I have. My grand total of whips, I don't know. You do, because you've been watching it. I put the numbers up there. I ended up frogging one thing. But, hey, I'm getting that yarn back, and I'll use it for something else that I'll love probably more than what I'm making, and that's okay. That's the point of this, right? So thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye.